Let me make sure. Get these copied. Just seconds here. Copy that in here. Okay. Paste. Okay. So no problems for everybody getting on. Obviously today we got the hang of it. It's not a big deal anymore. Jordan Huck says what? Bryce is hippo. Okay, you can't type. Okay, let me write down your email address. So obviously you're using a different Gmail, Bryce, than the Raider Gang AT&T. So Bryce, go ahead and give me that email address again. I'll get that added to absolutely everything else. That way you can always access it. Uh-oh, who's anonymous shrew? Here, let's see. Can edit. Let's see. Okay, so for today, or right now, I should say. So, Bryce, if you'll copy paste this, you can that link that I just put up. But Bryce, go ahead and type the email address that the account you're using right now. That way, I can just add you into the automatic auto sharing. Oh, maybe Bryce can't hear me. Can you hear me? Let me see. Hold on just a second, guys. We'll get going. Okay, so Bryce isn't on the Hangout. Okay, looks like you guys are all lined up there, ready to go. For time-wise. Oops. Okay, so let's look at página 14 y 15 en el texto. Who's anonymous narwhal? Okay, that is that. Okay. Okay. If you're unable to type, in the chat bar on the Google Doc, you should be able to type in the chat bar. Just type your name because it'll show up with the character that you are. Because we got narwhal, we got whatever that thing is. Oh, now we got another anonymous. How do we have so many anonymous now? Bah humbug. I need to just take the time to get this figured.
Does everybody have to send their name?
Okay, so I shared the new. Okay, so Lexi. Yeah, okay. So Alexis, are you? Are you at Emma's house? Okay, this is getting real confusing. Okay, Anonymous Narwhal, who are you? Identify yourself. Okay, so now you can type, because so anybody that's unable to type, you can copy paste the link in the chat, and that'll give you access to type. Okay, Bryce can type. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Página 14. I'm gonna go just record this.
Page 4.
Oh, we are recording. Very good. Okay. Uh-oh, hold on.
Why doesn't your camera work?
Why doesn't what work?
You can't like see you.
You can't see me? Because I'm hiding. I'm hiding. I only, whenever I'm doing Hangouts for the whole class, it's just better. It doesn't take as much internet and whatever. And you don't need to see me. We're just going through the book. If I were like teaching something on the board. But yeah, during the Hangouts on Tuesdays, it's just book, and we're working on the Google Doc together. So there's no need for us to see each other. So tomorrow when we have class, you'll be able to see me. Yeah. So yeah, no need to, you can't hear anything. Okay. Is your microphone muted? Okay. All right. Everybody else can hear me just fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, can you hear me, Isaac and Isabella? Anybody? Okay. Okay. Trying the Google Doc. Maybe next week we'll have no problems. Okay. All right. So página 14 y página 15. Remember, we started this last week. Started getting into las estaciones. Repiten las estaciones. That's Lexi. We all do. I do. Okay. Las cuatro. Repiten. El invierno. Real guns, Bryce. Real guns. We all like to shoot real guns. Okay. Stop taking a poll. Esa es la clase de español. No la clase de pistolas y armas. Okay, repiten. El invierno. El invierno.
El invierno.
No, you're not a loner, buddy. But you're about to be, and we're about to boot you off the island if you don't hush. Okay. Spring, la primavera. La primavera. Everyone should be repeating. If you want, you can turn on your sound, but just do it on your own is fine as well. El verano. El verano. Okay. And then fall, el otoño. El otoño. El otoño. Okay, let's look at the next picture. Okay, if looking at the first picture on página 15, looking at the first picture on page 15. ¿Qué estación es? What season is it? ¿Qué estación es? What season would you say that first picture is? You can just go ahead and type it on the Google Doc. En español, por favor. En español. El verano, sí. ¿Qué es Hax? Okay, es el verano, sí. And so this book, again, I will tell you, they don't give you all of the English equivalents. They're hoping that you can learn by immersion, that you can learn by context, okay? So let's see how well you guys do, okay? Repiten, hace buen tiempo. Hace buen tiempo. I'll type up here. I'll type down here. Hace buen tiempo. Next one. Hace calor. Hace calor. And then mucho would be a lot. Okay. And then hace sol. Hace sol. Okay. Any idea what those three might translate to be? One of them has to be what? Yeah. Hot, sunny. What about the first one? Hace buen tiempo. So it's good weather. It's good weather. Hace buen tiempo. Okay. So hace between it's good weather or nice weather. Which is all debatable, right? How many feel that this scene is good weather? Maybe you don't like summer. Okay. Well, if you don't like summer, then obviously it's good weather might be on the fall or the winter. Okay, just depends on what kind of weather you like. Bryce, I don't think you're so distracted, boy. Okay, hace calor. That one is it's hot. Hace calor. Oops. It is hot. And then hace sol. It is sunny. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. So it's sunny. So if we look at mucho, okay, if it's very hot, so mucho is not, okay. Let me just send this for Jordan really quickly. But there we go. Okay. Or Jordan, you can but either one. I sent you a link. Oops. Okay. So that's for Jordan or anybody who loses the link. There's a link to the. Okay. So hace. Let's look at hace. It doesn't say it is. Okay. The question, ¿qué tiempo hace? If you look above the pictures, repiten, ¿qué tiempo hace? I want to know what the weather's like. I say, ¿qué tiempo hace? And literally it translates. Oops. Bryce, hush. Okay. Okay. So, ¿qué tiempo hace? Is literally asking, what does the weather do or make? Okay, just how they ask it. So hacer is to do or to make. It's a verb that says to do or to make. So what does the weather do? Or what's the weather doing, right? Because the weather's actually making, affecting changes on the environment, right? So what does the weather do or what's the weather making? Okay, so this first statement, hace buen tiempo, is actually, it's making good weather, or it's doing good weather. Hace calor. We translate it as hot, but it's saying it's making hot. Hace sol, it's making sun, or it makes sunny, or it does sunny. Okay. So that's why if I want to say it's very hot, it makes a lot of heat or a lot of hot. Okay. That's why it's mucho and not muy, because remember, muy is very, mucho is much or a lot. Okay. Hace mucho calor, hace sol. Let's look at the next picture. You guys can type. What season do you think that might be? Not all at once. A lot of anonymous reports there. Okay. Type next to your name what you think. Did I just delete somebody? I hope I didn't. Okay. Might that be invierno? Would that be winter? Here, yes. In Sacramento, sí. Yeah, very good thought. Especially in Sacramento area, invierno. It could be otoño, right? At the end of fall, we get a lot of, or even could be primavera, right? Bryce? Who's that typing? Who's anonymous kangaroo? Is that you, Jordan? No. Okay. Is that you, Bryce? I don't like you. Oh, we have too many anonymous people here. Too many anonymous. Okay. So invierno could be primavera. We get a lot of rain. Just depends on where you are. Okay. So repiten. Hace mal tiempo. Hace mal tiempo. Okay. It's raining. Llueve. Llueve. That's a complaint sentence. It's raining. Llueve. Okay. So if hace buen tiempo was it's good weather, what's hace mal tiempo? Muy bien. It's bad weather, right? Hace mal tiempo. It's bad weather. Okay. But if you like rain, are you with us? Okay. Just a second. Okay. Okay. Moving on. So llueve, it's raining. So see the double L there. It should be double L. I have. Okay. Llueve. So there you see double L or ella says the yes sound. Llueve. It's raining. Okay, moving down to the next box. Okay. Va. Hold on just a second. Okay. So looking at the next box, obviously, es el invierno, ¿sí? Es el invierno. And with as politically correct as this book is, I'm surprised to see that stereotypical igloo in this picture. It really surprises me. Okay, so es invierno, right? It's winter. Es invierno. Let's look at. Repiten, hace frío. Hace frío. Hace frío. Hace frío. It's cold. It's cold. Or it makes cold, right? Or it does cold. So what if I wanted to say it's very cold? Okay. Following the example we saw for hot, how would I say it's very cold? What word do I need to add in there to say very? For it to translate to be very. Okay, so that is very, Ana. Muy would be very. Mucho, muy bien, Tor. Whereas mucho. So muy is very, but we only translate it as very. We wanted to say it makes a lot of cold. So I'd say we could put hace mucho. Hace mucho frío. Muy bien. Okay. If you notice on Google Docs, I think on everybody's page it shows the squiggly red. Google Docs is incredible because it knows when you're switching between English and Spanish. It's pretty good about recognize when you're switching between English and Spanish. So it spell checked my Spanish there, though I've been going back and forth from Spanish to English. That's another nice thing about Google Docs is that it's pretty good about ferreting out which is Spanish, which is English. I'm sure it'd probably do the same if I was writing in Italian or French or something. So it's really good about being multilingual and catching spelling mistakes. It caught it that I needed an accent over the E in frío. Okay, muy bien. Okay. And then nieva. So if I say mucho frío or it is cold, it's very cold, what would nieva mean? Right, it's snowing. It's the actual verb. It's snowing. And it's a complete sentence, all of it, all inclusive, right? It is snowing or it's snowing. Nieva. Okay, so good from context there. So looking at the next picture, repiten. Actually repeat on the snow. Repiten, nieva. Nieva. Okay. Looking at the next picture. ¿Qué estación es? What season is it? ¿Qué estación es? Muy bien, el otoño. Okay, it's very obviously el otoño. Okay, though it could be any season, but they tried to give you enough clues there. El otoño, just like the very first picture, right? We could say la primavera, right? Because the spring, I mean, we had 100+ temperatures in May, and May es primavera, ¿sí? Mayo es primavera. Okay. So primavera. So otoño, it's most likely otoño, though we could have invierno that looks like that, right? Because we're not a big snow area. It could look like that in enero, right? I have some trees that are shedding year round, so. Okay, so let's look at that last picture. Lo siento, excuse me. Repiten, hace fresco. Hace fresco. Hace fresco. So if hace calor is hot, and hace frío is cold, what do you suppose hace fresco would be? If it's on the same scale. It's cool, right? Okay. Hace fresco. It's cool. Fresco also has a it could be like it's fresh. Cool is like fresh, or it's crisp. Like sometimes in fall we say, yeah, it's a crisp. It's a crisp fall morning, right? And what do we mean when we say crisp? I mean, it's kind of cool, but not necessarily cold, right? Okay, so it's a crisp fall morning, and you know the leaves are falling, and so hace fresco, it's cool. Okay, cool. And the last one, hace viento. Repiten, hace viento. Hace viento. Now remember that the V says the B sound. Hace viento. Hace viento. Okay. Let me just share this. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. Let me. Okay, sorry, I had to help out. I didn't see that. Okay. So hace fresco, it's cool. And then hace viento. What do you suppose hace viento is? Looking at the picture. Windy, right? Okay, it's windy. It's windy. Hace viento, or it makes wind. Okay, so viento is not an adjective. It's not windy. Viento is actual wind. Okay, but again, we translate it. It's best translation in English. I'm not going to literally translate, right? When I translate verbatim means I translate word for word. Okay. And so if I were to translate verbatim, it would sound weird, right? Okay. It makes cool and it makes wind. Well, what makes cool and what makes wind? Okay, copy and paste into your browser bar. I don't know if you guys still can't hear me. Ay, sé que no se para. Okay. Okay. The computer is glitching. Okay. So everybody seems like everybody else is able to hear me. So it's windy. Oops, we had some types over here. Right. So, ¿qué tiempo hace ahora? What's the weather like ahora? Now. ¿Qué tiempo hace ahora? Hace sol, sí. Hace calor. Un poco calor, a little, right? Un poco calor, hace un poco. So if it's a little hot, hace un poco. Hace fresco, sí. En la mañana, especialmente. In the morning, especially, right? Last night, I was freezing. I had my first cup of hot cocoa. I only drink hot cocoa when I'm cold, so I was excited I could have a cup of hot cocoa and not make me hot. Okay? Hace viento. Ayer, mucho viento, ¿sí? Yesterday, a lot of wind. Ayer, mucho viento. Hoy, today, no mucho viento. No mucho, not a lot. Hace sol. Okay, so on sunny, okay, looking back up at the first picture, the very last words, hace sol, or you can say hay sol. Okay, so I'll go back here. Hace sol, hay sol. Hay sol, there is sun. Okay. So I'm not. Let me see if that's student. Un minuto. Okay. So, ¿es otoño? ¿Es otoño? Is it fall? ¿Es otoño? No. No. ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo, Thor? Sí, not yet. El 21, ¿sí? El 21. Pienso el 21, the 21st. El 21 de septiembre es otoño. Pero casi, almost, casi. Casi otoño. Es casi otoño. Okay. So let's look at ejercicio 5, exercise 5. Ejercicio 5 en página 15. Describe the weather. Okay. So, ¿qué tiempo hace en el verano? ¿Qué tiempo hace en el verano? Okay. So go ahead and answer by your name. Hace calor, sí. Hace sol, sí, sol. Hace sol. ¿Hace buen tiempo o hace mal tiempo? ¿Hace buen tiempo o hace mal tiempo? Hace viento, sí. Sí, hace viento. Pero ¿hace buen o hace mal tiempo? What's your opinion? ¿Qué es su opinión? ¿Hace buen tiempo o hace mal tiempo en el verano? A mí hace buen tiempo. For me, a mí hace buen tiempo because I like the hot weather. But if you don't like the hot weather, you'd say hace mal tiempo. So Ana no le gusta. Ana no le gusta el verano, el calor. Hace buen tiempo, sí, Emma. Estoy de acuerdo. I agree with you. So Tim, el verano hace buen tiempo o hace mal tiempo? Do you like the summer? Do you like it? It's good weather if you like it. So, yo pienso, I think, cuando llueve, when it rains, hace mal tiempo. No hace mal tiempo. If it's a warm rain, I like it. But a cold, a mí no me gusta. I don't like cuando hace viento. That's the worst. To me, that's mal tiempo. Cuando hace viento, when it's windy. Okay? The wind drives me nuts sometimes. Blows everything everywhere. My hair in my face and yeah. So a mí no me gusta el viento. I don't like the wind. A mí no me gusta el viento. Es mal tiempo. Hace mal tiempo cuando hace viento. Bueno. Okay. Número 2. ¿Qué tiempo hace en el invierno? ¿Qué tiempo hace en el invierno? Invierno. ¿Hace buen tiempo? If you like to ski, if you like snow, you like to be cold instead of hot. Hace buen tiempo, ¿sí? You might think that's good weather. I'm a skier, so to me, hace buen tiempo, unless I'm not skiing, then it's hace mal tiempo. I don't like to be cold. Okay, so el tiempo, the weather is opinion. It's opinion, right? It just depends on what your preferences are. If you love gray, dark days when it's pouring down rain, I do too if I don't have to go anywhere. If I can sit in my house and watch it out the windows, then yeah, I like it. I don't mind it so much. But if I'm freezing to death and I'm sopping wet because of it, then I might not think it's such good weather. Okay. So let's flip back to page 12. Página 12. And look at time. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? En español. Son las 3:12. Muy bien. Son las 3. Ahora son las 3:13. So it happens when it takes too long time. Son las 3:13. Muy bien. Son las 3:13. Muy bien. So what if I want to say something is at a certain time? Okay, so if I ask you, what time is your doctor's appointment? Or what time is Spanish class on Tuesday? Or what time is the writing class on Wednesdays? Okay, I want to say at such and such time, right? I can just say the time. I say, what time is Spanish class tomorrow? 11 o'clock. If I want to say at 11 o'clock, I would say a las. Okay, so if I say, ¿cuándo es la clase de español mañana? Oops. Okay. ¿Cuándo es la clase de español? Why doesn't it correct that? Never mind my spelling there. Okay, folks. ¿Cuándo es la clase de español mañana? A las 11. Okay, a las 11. If you say a las, unless it's at 1 o'clock, then I would say a la una. Okay, at 1 o'clock. A la una if it's just one, but everything else is going to be a las. So if it's at 3 o'clock, so ¿cuándo es la clase? When is the class of geography? ¿Cuándo es la clase de geografía? If it's at 2:30, I would say a las 2:30, right? A las 2:30. So you say at, you'd say a las, and then give the time. Okay. So looking at the clocks on page 12, if that first one is the time, say that the first red clock is the time that math class starts, what time would you say? What time is math class? ¿A qué hora es la clase de matemáticas? You would say? Looking at page 12, Jordan. And the very first red clock. Okay, so what's wrong, Thor and Anna and Megan? Instead of a las una, it should be a la una, right? Because it's singular. And remember, it's different. The 1 o'clock is always different. So a la una, muy bien. A la una. Everything else, a las. Okay, muy bien. Okay, muy bien. So if the last class, the last clock, the last orange clock at the very bottom of the page, if that were the time for biology class, what time would you tell me biology class was? A las 12. Sí, a las 12. Muy bien. Okay. What time is it now? Son las 12. What time is the class on Friday? A las 12, at 12 o'clock. If your appointment to take your driving test were at 4:30 in the afternoon, how would you tell me that? You could say 30, a las 4:30, but the most common way to say it would be a las 4:30. Okay, a las 4:30. Either way, they're either acceptable, and maybe that's just me, the way my preference. Okay, a las 4:30 está bien. Mejor, better, a las 4:30. A las 4:30. Muy bien. Okay. So no preguntas en la tarea. No questions on the homework. So answer truthfully. Who has finished the homework? Me, good, good. Okay. You think you have, Emma? Not quite sure. Okay. So for those of you that did finish, okay, una pregunta, Tor? Sí. You can go ahead and you can go ahead and turn your sound on if it's easier to ask. You think you did? Okay. So you can hear me now, Bella, then. Bueno. Yay, good. Okay. So what was your question, Thor? Okay. Let me open it up here so I can see exactly what you're talking about. Okay. Okay, 4. Okay. Okay. Okay, tell if they're formal or informal. Okay, so anytime we're using titles like Mr. or Ma'am, that's a sign of being a formal. Okay, so sir, right? So excuse me, sir. Okay, you wouldn't say that if you're talking to your friend. You say, hey, move it, get out of my way, kind of thing. So anytime you're using sir or ma'am, or using first and last name, I mean, not first and last name, but you're using a title with a last name, Mr. Morales, okay? And you're not using some kind of Hasta luego, hasta mañana. Okay. So when you're formal, so like the last one, number 4, hasta mañana, Señor Morales. Okay. So if you're calling Mr. Morales, then it's going to be formal. You know, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's the principal, maybe it's a person of, maybe it's your congressman, or someone in a position of authority. Maybe it's your boss. Okay. So anytime you're using señor, señora, señorita with a name, or even by themselves, excuse me, miss, con permiso, señorita. So anytime that's a sense of, you know, even in English, right? It's a sense of formality. Okay. So that clarify that. Okay, perfecto. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, Bella? You can turn on your sound if you prefer. How do you, okay, go ahead. Say, so hace mucho calor hoy. Okay, so hace, oh, I thought I was typing now, let me put it up there. Okay, hace mucho calor hoy. Hace mucho calor hoy. Okay. Si no más preguntas, if no more questions, and if you come up with some questions tonight, we got tomorrow. So, hasta mañana. See you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. De nada, Bella. De nada. Okay. Adios. Hasta mañana.